The Rigveda, Hymn 1.17, Indra Varuna, 9 verses. I crave help from the imperial lords, from Indra Varuna. May they both favor one of us like me. Guardians of men, ye ever come with ready succor at the call of every singer such as I. Sate you according to your wish, O Indra Varuna, with wealth. Fain would we have you nearest us. May we be sharers of the powers, sharers of the benevolence of you who give strength bounteously, Indra and Varuna. Among givers of thousands, meet for praise, are powers who merit highest laud. Through their protection may we gain store of wealth and heap it up. Enough and still to spare be ours, O Indra Varuna. On you for wealth in many a form I call. Still keep ye us victorious, O Indra Varuna. Through our songs that seek to win you to ourselves, give us at once your sheltering help, O Indra Varuna. To you may fair praise which I offer come, joint eulogy which ye dignify. The Quran is also an example of one of these scriptures that forms pairs of deity names, and it's important to consider why this name is paired with this name in this case and this other name in this other case. Hymn 118, Brahmanaspati, 9 verses. O Brahmanaspati, make him who presses Soma glorious, even Kek Shivant. O Sija, the rich, the healer of disease, who giveth wealth, increaseth store, the prompt, may he be with us still. Let not the foeman's curse, let not a mortal's onslaught fall on us. Preserve us, Brahmanaspati. Ne'er is the mortal hero harmed, whom Indra, Brahmanaspati, and Soma graciously inspire. Do thou, O Brahmanaspati and Indra, Soma, Dakshina, preserve that mortal from distress. To the assembly's wondrous lord, to Indra's lovely friend, who gives wisdom, have I drawn near in prayer. He without whom no sacrifice even of the wisest man prospers. He stirs up the series of thoughts. He makes the oblation prosper. He promotes the course of sacrifice. Our voice of praise, ghost of gods. I've seen Narasamsa, him most resolute, most widely famed, as 'twere the household priest of heaven. And it's important to regard the ill feelings that others may have. That perhaps may cancel out your rituals or produce rituals against you. Hymn 119, Agni Marutas. To this fair sacrifice, to drink the milky draught, thou art invoked, O Agni, with the Marutas come. No mortal man, no god exceeds thy mental power, O mighty one, O Agni, with the Marutas come. All gods devoid of guile, who know the mighty region of mid-air, O Agni, with those Marutas come. The terrible, who sing their song, not to be overcome by might, O Agni, with those Marutas come. Brilliant and awful in their form, mighty devourers of their foes, O Agni, with those Marutas come, who sit as deities in heaven, above the sky's vault, luminous sphere, O Agni, with those Marutas come, who scatter clouds about the sky, away over the billowy sea, O Agni, with those Marutas come, who with their bright beams spread them forth over the ocean in their might, O Agni, with those Marutas come. For thee, to be thine early draught, I pour the Soma mingled meath, O Agni, with those Marutas come. And in the Quran, there's this talk about Harut and Marut, and it relates to this older Indo-Iranian mythology that predates this Marduk the usurper thing, and talks about when all these light beings were on the same side. And when they said otherwise, it seems to be some priestly authority that they're trying to direct acceptance of, right? Hymn 120, Rebus, 8 verses. For the celestial race, this song of praise, which gives wealthy lavishly, was made by singers with their lips. They who for Indra with their mind formed horses harnessed by a word, attained by works to sacrifice. They for the two Nasatyas wrought a light car, moving every way. They formed a nectar-yielding cow, the Ribboos with effectual prayers, honest, with constant labor made, their sire and mother young again. Together came your gladdening drops with Indra, by the Maruts girt, with the Adityas and the kings, the sacrificial ladle, wrought newly by the god Tvashtar's hand. 4 ladles have ye made thereof. Vouchsafe us wealth, to him who pours thrice 7 libations, yea, to each give wealth. Pleased with our eulogies, as ministering priests they held. By pious acts they won themselves a share in sacrifice with gods. Now, if the word God is Devi, it's not really sort of the same as Malaika in Arabic, but it's important that your pious behavior backs up the rituals that you were doing. Hymn 121, Indra Agni, 6 verses. Indra and Agni, I invoke fain, are we for their song of praise. Chief Soma drinkers are they both. Praise ye, O men, and glorify Indra Agni in the holy rites. Sing praise to them in sacred songs. Indra and Agni we invite, the Soma drinkers, for the fame of Mitra to the Soma Drat. Strong gods, we bid them to come to this libation that stands ready here. Indra and Agni come to us. Indra and Agni, mighty lords of our assembly. Crush the fiends, childless be the devouring ones. Watch ye through this your truthfulness. There in the place a spacious view, Indra and Agni, send us bliss. And if the divine attributes are the entity with the divine attributes is true, then there's no conflict between these attributes. Hymn 122, Asvins and Others. Waken the Asvin pair, who yoke their car at early morn. May they approach to drink this Soma juice. We call the Asvins twain, the gods born in a noble car, the best of charioteers who reach the heavens. Dropping with honey is your whip, Asvins, and full of pleasantness. Sprinkle therewith the sacrifice. As ye go thither in your car not far, O invoke the golden-handed Savitar. He knoweth as a god the place, that he may send us succor. Praise the waters, offspring Savitar. Fain are we for his holy ways. We call on him, distributor of wondrous bounty and of wealth. On Savitar who looks on men. Come hither, friends, and seat yourselves, Savitar, to be praised by us. Giving good gifts is beautiful. O Agni, hither brings to us the willing spouses of the gods, and Tvashtar to the Soma Drat. Most youthful Agni hither bring their spouses, Hotra, Bharati, Varutri, Dishana for aid. spouses of heroes, goddesses, with whole wings may they come to us, with great protection and with aid. Indrani, Varunani, and Agnayi, hither I invite, for weal to drink the soma juice. May heaven and earth, the mighty pair, bedew for us our sacrifice, and feed us full with nourishments, their water rich with fatness, there in the Gandharva's steadfast place. The singers taste through sacred songs. Thornless be thou, O earth, spread wide before us for a dwelling place. Vouchsafe us shelter broad and sure. The gods be gracious unto us, even from the place whence Vishnu strode. Through the 7 regions of the earth, through all this world strode Vishnu. Thrice his foot he planted, and the whole was gathered in his footsteps thus. Vishnu the guardian, he whom none deceiveth, made 3 steps thenceforth, establishing his high decrees. Look ye on Vishnu's works, whereby the friend of Indra, close allied, hath let his holy ways be seen. The princes evermore behold that loftiest place where Vishnu is, laid as it were an eye in heaven. This Vishnu's station most sublime, the singers ever vigilant, lovers of holy song, light up. Now, it's important when we consider the essences or qualities of divinity that in the material world there's duality, and, well, gender difference isn't necessarily the same thing as duality, because for the most part it isn't. But we see this male and female in the material world, and we also see this aspect of, but that doesn't mean when you get to the divine world that that's what's going on literally. And we also see that to please an entity, we have to favor and treat well the ones on their side. Hymn 123, 24 verses, Vayu and others. Strong are the somas, come thou nigh, these juices have been mixed with milk. Drink Vayu, the presented draughts. Both deities who touch the heaven, Indra and Vayu, we invoke, to drink of this, our soma juice. The singers for their aid invoke Indra and Vayu, swift as mind, the 1,000-eyed, the lords of thought, Mitra and Varuna, renowned as gods of consecrated might. We call to drink the soma juice, those who by law uphold the law, lords of the shining light of law. Mitra I call and Varuna. Let Varuna be our chief defense, let Mitra guard us with all aids, both make us rich exceedingly. Indra by Marutas girt, we call to drink the soma juice, may he sate him in union with his troop. Gods, Marut hosts, whom Indra leads, distributors of Pushan's gifts, hearken ye all unto my cry, with conquering Indra for ally, strike Vitra down. Ye bounteous gods, let not the wicked master us. We call the universal gods and Marutas to the soma draught, for passing strong are Prasna's sons. Fierce comes the Marutas' thundering voice, like that of conquerors, when ye go forward to victory, O men, born of the laughing lightning. May the Marutas guard us everywhere. May they be gracious unto us, like some lost animal, drive to us the bright Pushan, him who bears up heaven, resting on many-colored grass. Pushan the bright has found the king, concealed and hidden in a cave, who rests on grass of many hues, and may he duly bring to me the 6 bound closely through these drops, as one who ploughs with steers brings corn. Along their paths the mothers go, sisters of priestly ministrants, mingling their sweetness with the milk. May waters gathered near the sun, and those wherewith the sun is joined, speed forth this sacrifice of ours. I call the waters, goddesses, wherein our cattle quench their thirst. Oblations to the streams be given. Amrita is in the waters. In the waters there is healing balm. Be swift, ye gods, to give them praise. Within the waters Soma thus have told me, dwell all balms that heal. And Agni, who blesseth all, the waters hold all medicines. A waters teem with medicine, to keep my body safe from harm, so that I long may see the sun. Whatever sin is found in me, whatever evil I have wrought, if I have lied or falsely sworn, waters remove it far from me. The waters I this day have sought, and to their moisture have we come. O Agne, rich in milk, come thou, and with thy splendor cover me. Fill me with splendor, O Agni. Give offspring, and length of days the gods shall know me even as I am, and Indra with the rishis know. It's important to be the sort of individual that you want to be known as you are. And something to consider is that fly agaric and some other substances can be easier to consume with milk, even if you're not of the race that has milk. That hasn't, 60% of the world hasn't developed to properly consume dairy. Hymn 124, Varuna and others. Who now is he, what god among immortals, of whose auspicious name we made bethink us? Who shall to mighty Aditya restore us, that I may see my father and my mother? Agni, the god the first among the immortals, of his auspicious name let us bethink us. He shall to mighty Aditya restore us, that I may see my father and my mother. To thee, O Savitar, the Lord of precious things, who helpest us, continually for our share we come. Wealth, high lauded, ere reproach hath fallen on it, which is laid, free from all hatred, in thy hands. Through thy protection may we come to even the height of affluence, which Bhaga hath dealt out to us. Ne'er have these birds that fly through the air attained to thy high dominion, are thy might or spirit, nor these the waters that flow on forever, nor hills abaters of the wind's wild fury. Varuna, king of hallowed might, sustaineth erect the tree's stem in the baseless region. Its rays, whose root is high above, stream downward. Deep may they sink within us and be hidden. King Varuna hath made a spacious pathway, a pathway for the sun wherein to travel. Where no way was he, made him set his footstep, and warned afar whate'er afflicts the spirit. 100 balms are thine, O king, 1,000, deep and wide-reaching also be thy favors. Far from us, far away, drive thou destruction. Put from us aim the sin we have committed. Whither by day depart the constellations that shine at night. Set high in heaven above us, Varuna's holy laws remain unweakened. And through the night the moon moves on in splendor. I ask thee this of thee, with my prayer adoring. Thy worshipper craves this with his oblation. Varuna, stay thou here and be not angry. Steal not our life from us, O thou wide ruler. Nightly and daily this one thing they tell me, this too the thought of mine own heart repeateth. May he to whom prayed fettered Sunah-sepa, may he, the sovereign Varuna, release us, bound to 3 pillars captured. Sunah-sepa thus to the Aditya made his supplication. Him may the sovereign Varuna deliver, wise, ne'er deceived. Loosen the bonds that bind him. With bending down, oblations, sacrifices, O Varuna, we'd appreciate thine anchor. Wise Asura, thou king of wide dominion, loosen the bonds of sin by us committed. Loosen the bonds, O Varuna, that hold me, loosen the bonds above, between, and under, so in thy holy law may we be made sinless. Belong to Aditya, O thou Aditya. So, one of the things in these 15 verses is this idea that our rituals or supplications or whatever may not be perfect, but with our intention through the mercy of deity, they can be as if they were. Hymn 125, Varuna, 21 verses. Whatever law of thine, O God, O Varuna, as we are men, day after day we violate, give not us as a prey to death, to be destroyed by thee in wrath, to thy fierce anger when displeased, to gain thy mercy, Varuna, with hymns we bind thy heart, as binds the charioteer his tethered horse. They flee from me dispirited, bent only on obtaining wealths, as to their nests the birds of air. When shall we bring to be appeased the hero, Lord of warrior might, him the far sing Varuna? This with joy they both accept in common. Never do they fail, the ever faithful worshipper. He knows the path of birds that fly through heaven, and sovereign of the sea. He knows the ships that are thereon, true to his holy law. He knows the 12 moons with their progeny. He knows the moon of later birth. He knows the pathway of the wind, the spreading high and mighty wind. He knows the gods who dwell above. Varuna, true to holy law, sits down among his people. He, most wise, sits there to govern all. From thence perceiving, he beholds all wondrous things, both what hath been and what hereafter will be done. May that Aditya, very wise, make fair paths for us all our days. May he prolong our lives for us. Varuna, wearing golden mail, hath clad him in a shining robe. His spies are seated, found about, the god whom enemies threaten not, nor those tyrannize o'er men, nor those whose minds are bent on wrong. He who gives glory to mankind, not glory that is incomplete, to our own bodies giving it, yearning for the wide-seeing one, my thoughts move onward unto him, as kine unto their pastures move. Once more together let us speak, because my meat is brought priest-like. Thou eatest what is dear to thee. Now saw I him, whom all may see. I saw his car above the earth. He hath accepted these my songs. Varuna, hear this call of mine. Be gracious unto us this day. Longing for help, I cried to thee. Thou, O wise God, art Lord of all. Thou art the King of earth and heaven. Hear as thou goest on thy way. Release us from the upper bond. Untie the bond between and loose the bonds below, that I may live. And so if we do our work, that can be met with what we don't think possible by ourselves. Hymn 126, Agne, 10 verses. O worthy of oblation, Lord of prospering powers, assume thy robes, and offer this our sacrifice. Sit ever to be chosen as our priest, most youthful, through our hymns. O Agne, through our heavenly word. For here a father for his son, kinsman for kinsman worshipeth, and friend choice worthy for his friend. Here let the foe destroyers sit, Varuna, Mitra, or Yaman, like men, upon our sacred grass. O ancient herald, be thou glad in this our right and fellowship. Hearken thou well to these our songs, whate'er in this perpetual course we sacrifice to God. And God, that gift is offered up in thee. May he be our dear household Lord, priest, pleasant and choice worthy. May we with bright fires be dear to him. The gods adored with brilliant fires have granted precious wealth to us. So with bright fires we pray to thee, and, O immortal one, so may the eulogies of mortal men belong to us and thee alike. With all thy fires, O Agne, find pleasure in this our sacrifice, and this our speech, O Son of Strength. And this youthful aspect is, of course, a metaphor for the fact that these qualities will henceforth be after us. Hymn 127, Agne. With worship will I glorify thee, Agne, like a long-tailed steed, imperial lord of sacred rites. May the far-striding sun of strength, bringer of great felicity, who pours his gifts like rain, be ours. Lord of all life, from near, from far, do thou, O Agne, evermore protect us from the sinful man. O Agne, graciously announce this, our oblation to the gods, and this, our newest song of praise. Give us a share of strength most high, a share of strength that is below, a share of strength that is between. Thou dealest gifts resplendent one nigh, as with waves of Sindhu thou swift streamest to the worshipper. That man is Lord of endless strength, whom thou protectest in the fight. Agne, our urgest to the fray, him whosoever he may be. No man may vanquish, mighty one, nay, very glorious power is his. May he who dwells with all mankind bear us with war steeds through the fight, and with the singers win the spoil. Help thou, who knowest lauds this work, this eulogy to Rudra hymn, adorable in every house. May this our God, great, limitless, smoke-bannered, excellent, bright, urge us to strength and holy thought. Like some rich lord of men, may he, Agne, the banner of the gods, refulgent hear us through our lauds. Glory to gods, the mighty, and the lesser, glory to gods, the younger and the elder. Let us, if we have power, pay the God worship. No better prayer than this, ye gods acknowledge. So, worship the real God. This 13 verse chapter kind of makes you think of comets, doesn't it? But the age doesn't matter. It's about lesser and greater. That's more important. Hymn 128, Indra, and so on, 9 verses. There, where the broad base stone, raised on high to press the juices out, O Indra, drink with eager thirst the droppings which the mortar sheds, where like broad hips to hold the juice the platters of the press are laid. O Indra, drink with eager thirst the droppings which the mortar sheds, there where the woman marks and leans the pestles constant rise and fall. O Indra, drink with eager thirst the droppings which the mortar sheds, where as with reins to guide a horse they bind the churning staff with cords. O Indra, drink with eager thirst the droppings which the mortar sheds. If of a truth in every house, O mortar, thou art set for work, here thou give forth thy clearest sound, loud as the drum of conquerors, O sovereign of the forest, as the wind blows soft in front of thee. Mortar, for Indra, press thou forth the soma juice that he may drink. Best strength givers, ye stretch wide jaws, O sacrificial implements, like 2 bay horses champing herbs, ye sovereigns of the forest, both swift with swift pressers press today. Sweet soma juice for Indra's drink. Take up in beakers what remains, the soma on the filter pour, and on the oxhide set the dregs. And a mortar and pestle is an essential thing to have. I know we have all sorts of machines and we can buy things powdered and all that, but for producing items of ritual importance, I recommend it. And I recommend your herbs and all that other stuff that maybe you're not doing as just an offering to make that a spiritual practice as well.